What's up guys, and welcome to Documented Drive. In today's feature, we have a look at the 2023-2024 Kia Sportage GT line. This is among the best and the latest in the small compact SUV market, and in today's video we're going to have an in-depth look of the Kia Sportage, have a walk around on the outside, have an amazing look at these beautiful rims at the spec, as well as have a nice walk inside and check out some of the amazing features. Today I'm at Ford Hatfield in Sandton at Four Ways, and they have very kindly allowed me to come down and film this Kia Sportage. And so without further ado, we're going to unlock this bad boy and get cracking. Before we get started, it's always a pleasure to hear from you guys. I enjoy reading your comments. I enjoy interacting with you in the comment section, so please drop a like and a share if you enjoy this video. And now let's get to it. The color is a beautiful green, the name of which I will put down on the video as we are watching. Outside, the vehicle is finished in this beautiful boomerang shaped daytime running lights, accompanied with these lights over here. These all of this cluster represents the vehicle's daytime running lights, and you do have these beautiful HID xenon headlamps, as well as front and rear PDC. We'll review all of that in just a minute. Also, those running lights double as the indicator lamps, as you have just seen right now. And when you lock and unlock the vehicle, the vehicle's mirrors do fold and unfold respectively. I currently have the vehicle locked at the moment, and if I unlock it like so, the mirrors actually fold out. And then if I come closer and we have a look at this, you find that that is a rubberized button there. Now, as long as you keep the key fob in your pocket or in your person, you can wirelessly lock and unlock the vehicle with just the touch of this button right here. If you touch the button while the vehicle is unlocked, like so, the vehicle locks, the mirrors fold in. If you want to unlock it, you just do the same thing, because there's no touch sensor in this case. Rather, you press this again, you press, the mirrors fold out, and the vehicle is unlocked. Beautiful shape, nice compact SUV. The interior is actually finished in a beautiful leather and suede. Bit of hard plastic at the top here, but nothing too conspicuous. This is a bit of hard plastic which looks like carbon fiber. All of these controls we'll get to in just a moment. That's the door handle right there. Beautiful modern interior. That's a bit of leather, Alcantara, suede, with the GT line logoing there. Very beautiful headrest right there. We're gonna hop inside the vehicle. Beautiful, solid closing doors. The first thing that captures your eyes when you sit inside the Sportage GT is this beautiful TFT screen, which actually runs across the entire center of the dashboard. It goes from this part to that part. Now, this centerpiece right here has actually been partitioned into two compartments. I'll show you in just a second. This part here is the driver information, the speedometer, the instrument cluster, digitized of course, and then this side is the infotainment system, right? Now, if we move a little bit further down, you find that you've got your normal climate control air vents. You've got two buttons for the radio and for the tuning. This is a digital screen. I'll demonstrate all of this to you a little bit later on. Now, if you look at this, you find that you have this beautiful USB outlets here, as well as a 12-volt power outlet. So that's USB-A, USB-C, and then a 12-volt power outlet. Moving further down, you see that the center console, the center piece here, is finished in this beautiful piano veneer, which actually does pick up fingerprints now that I'm looking at it, but it's not necessarily a train smash if you know how to keep your car clean. Now, over here you have these a bunch of controls right here for the seat heating, seat cooling. So this is seat heating, seat cooling. This is for the heating of the steering wheel. So all of these are concerned with the heating and cooling of the seats and steering wheel respectively. That's your start stop button. We'll demonstrate all of that in just a second. And then if we move a little bit further down, this is your gear selector knob. Now, this vehicle has done away completely with a traditional stick, with a traditional shift stick, and they have put this rotary knob, which which actually corresponds, which as you turn this little rugged bit here corresponds with the gears. That's reverse, neutral, drive. Currently the gear selector is in neutral. P is at the center here, so if you want to park the vehicle, you just press that and then the vehicle parks. And then these are your various drive modes. We'll look at all of that when the vehicle has been turned on. And to the left of this knob here, this is a button for controlling your park distance control. When you reverse, your sensors will scream at you. This is how you turn them on and off. This is your parking camera button. That is your cruise control button. Your auto hold, the function that actually allows you to make hill starts without rolling the vehicle backwards. Now this compartment has got a nice sealer which you push and then you leave and then it closes, and then everything creates this beautiful piano veneer seal. You get these 2 cup holders to the side, they're very beautiful, and then you get these 2 sort of buttons here. I don't think these buttons do anything, they are just there for aesthetics pretty much. And then if you push this back, you find that there's also a wireless charger for you to actually put your phone, which feeds to the system there. Speaking of the vehicle's system, if you press this button without your foot on the brake, the car comes to life like so. Now we're just gonna turn down the volume, just gonna do that like so. Right now, if you hit now if you look at the screen right here, this screen is actually a nice beautiful curved piece. Like I said earlier on, it's actually compartmented into 2 bits. This is the driver's system, and this is the more or less the passenger system, and there's a septum here that actually separates these two. A lot of vehicle manufacturers are making use of this technology these days, and I must say it never gets old. It's a very welcome addition to the growing car industry. Now I've tapped this once and it basically has turned the car's accessories on. If I press it once more, the vehicle comes to life, and then you see the digitized instrument cluster, and then the vehicle will start chiming and chiming, letting you know that it's been turned on. Now a quick look at the speedometer right here, at the instrument cluster rather. You see that on the right side we can see. Okay, so I'm just looking at this warning here. Now on the right side, you can see that this bit here shows us that there is a door open. If I close my door, that door also closes respectively as well. If I open the door, it opens. Now with the door closed, you see that actually turns into a tachometer, and then you have your trip details, your average fuel consumption, your timer. On the left, you have got your information like your speed, your fuel, the range of fuel you have left, the level of battery, everything pretty much that you need to know. This vehicle, by the way, has got 42,416 kilometers, which is quite good for a vehicle of this caliber as well. Moving over to the left side, which is the infotainment side, you can actually hit the menu button here, and you can actually see a lot of things like all these widgets here: radio, media, climate control. You can basically control the vehicle's climate control using this screen right here. Some will love it, some will hate it, depending on how much you embrace technology. But overall, I do think that this, being a modern vehicle, does represent a huge change as far as that aspect is concerned. Moving a little bit further down, you have this mini screen here. Now this mini screen also doubles up as a little readout for your climate control, as well as for little hot buttons like your media setup, radio, track forward, track backward, etc. So it does actually become very digitized, this vehicle, when you look at it, because once you shut off the whole system, the whole thing just turns off and you are unable to access these buttons when the vehicle has actually been turned on. Now if we focus our attention back to these buttons. Now this button, this is a park distance control button. If I press this, I basically turn on or off the parking sensors. Now if I press this button here, I activate the cameras. Now behind me is a Ford Everest, which you can see. Now if I press the button again, I will cycle through the various view modes that are available. In this particular case, there's only one camera, and it's the rear view camera. If there was a camera at the front, you would be able to see everything going on at the front as well as at the sides. The vehicle is very technically equipped, and that is mighty impressive. Kia Sportage, at this current point, the vehicle sits at around 500,000, 550,000 rands to be precise, and it does look the price. It does actually feel the part as well. Steering wheel is nice and sporty. This is leather steering wheel, double stitched. It's got these nice bolsters at 10 and 2. It's got this beautiful Kia logoing right here. You've got controls on either side, a little flat base to actually complement that GT logoing, and also you have that GT line logoing right there. That's a little aluminium finish right there. It's actually a very nice little opening there. The pedals, the foot pedals, also have got a bit of an aluminium finish, which is quite nice, I must say. Adds to the sporty touch. I'm going to turn this on, and then it is quite a nice vehicle, very technically inclined. I'm going to put the vehicle off now. If we quickly shift focus to the door over here, to the door controls, you find that the vehicle has got the front windows are actually automatic, the rear windows are not automatic. That's your lock unlock, that's your mirror folding, that is your mirror adjustment, side mirror adjustment. You can actually toggle this to the left or the right depending on which mirror you want to adjust. That is your two-person memory, that's your child locks. Like I said, these over here are your rear window controls. That is a little compartment which you can actually put stuff there, like put little things, including drinks. I think, yes, you can actually put your like drinks over there, which is actually this is actually among the first vehicles I've seen that actually can do this. That is your bonnet release right there. And if you actually have a feel around, there's 3 different types of material in this door. That is hard plastic, this is Alcantara or suede. This is actually leather with beautiful contrasting stitching, and then hard plastic continues all the way down. That is a speaker, and then hard plastic, a bit of more hard plastic here, but it does look like leather. And then if we have another look at this seat right here, you find that the seat is actually electrically operated. You can actually push it back and forward using electric power. You can also adjust the back part of it using this. This is your bolsters of the seat as well. And now we are going to shift our focus back onto the rear. Now, the same treatment at the front continues into the rear of the vehicle. This is beautiful hard plastic, beautiful Alcantara. That's a piano veneer finish. That is the window control switch, and this is a button to heat the rear seat, which is mighty impressive. This vehicle has rear heated seats, and this is a little compartment to put whatever you may need to put in here. Now, if we're going to hop inside this vehicle, right, beautiful. Very, very spacious vehicle. I'm quite a tall guy, 178 centimeters tall, but I've got very good space at the back here. This is the banner that is being used to sell this vehicle. I've got a very decent amount of legroom when I sit back here. I can actually wiggle about nice and smooth. This headrest is a hard plastic, but it's got this beautiful little handle here, which I'm assuming is used to like cradle stuff. If maybe you've got a portable iPad or something, I'm not really certain what they use this for, but I feel it's a very good idea in a car anyway. Should you find the appropriate use for it, I believe it's going to be very useful. Still a bit of leather, hard plastic here. This is a pocket sleeve with a little bit of a hook here, which I'm assuming you can actually use to cradle whatever you want to put here. This is the rear vent system. This vehicle, by the way, has got it's a 2-zone climate control system. So the zone here feeds from whatever is going on at the front. It's not 3-zone, it's 2-zone. Now, if you move over this side, these little buttons, very interesting buttons. Now, the rear passenger can actually control the front seats using these buttons here. If you press this seat goes forward. It actually it tilts forward, and if you press this, it tilts backwards. If you press the button at the bottom, it actually slides forward. This one slides it backwards, like so. And then you've got a USB-C port right here, USB-C ports right there. Plethora of ports in this vehicle. Very, very impressive indeed. The space actually continues in this vehicle. It's an extremely spacious vehicle. As you sit here, you feel very comfortable. You feel very cradled by these very extremely comfortable seats. The the middle of which can actually open up to reveal 2 cup holders and nothing else. But really, you don't need much from a vehicle that has got so much space. And then actually overhead, if we look overhead, we find that there's this sunshade right here. Now, if we put the vehicle on, I'm just going to put the vehicle on. Press the first button, press the second button. Now, if you put the vehicle on and you actually press, if you press this once, the sunshade opens up. The sunshade opens up like so, and it reveals a beautiful, like it lets in a beautiful, like it lets in light into the vehicle, right? But it is a beautiful sunshade that lets in quite a bit of light. You can actually see there's a lot of light coming in here. Now, if you press that again, actually this sunroof does open, right? But nonetheless, if you, there we go, the sunshade closes. Very beautiful vehicle, very spacious indeed. We're gonna turn this vehicle off like so, and then we're gonna check out the back part of the vehicle, the boot of the vehicle, shall we? All right. Now, no matter the angle that you look at the Sportage from, this vehicle is beautiful all the way around. Whether you're looking at the front, at the back, the design is very modern, the design is very sporty, and the design is extremely catchy. Now, if you look at this vehicle, the boot here, you see the Sportage logoing, the Kia logoing, the GT line logoing. You've got these 4 rear park distance control sensors right here, and then you also have got that rear view camera through which you were able to see the Ford Everest behind the vehicle. Those are the rear parking sensors, and this is actually a bumper that's colored to match. This is actually a very beautiful contrast against this green. And if we look on this side as well, like I said, this vehicle is very nice to look at from pretty much every angle that you can actually look at it from. These beautiful rims, there's this nice silver contrasted with this black, they make for a very beautiful aesthetic. And then if we actually come and actually have a look at this boot right here, now when I look at this boot does not necessarily have a handle which you can actually use. Actually, it does have a handle, it's just not very conspicuous. So if you press here, the vehicle will open, the boot will just open by means of electrically operated boot. It reveals very large space with this beautiful privacy shade, which you can pull back and forth as you need to. Quite easy. It's also detachable as well, so if you've got those bigger items, you can just remove it and actually lie these seats forward. Now these seats, they fold out as well to increase the boot space as well. So this is indeed a very family orientated vehicle. 12-volt power outlet. You've got these little isofix on either side of the boot, and this very rugged studded rubber mat for actually making sure that everything that you put here is actually firmly in place. The boot is electrically operated. You can also pull it down using that handle there as well. And if I lift up this bit here, you see a full-sized spare wheel with a 19-inch rim. This rim is the same as these rims here. This is extremely impressive, guys. So the rim in this spare wheel is exactly the same as these rims here. It's not like a black rim like you normally see in many other vehicles. So this is definitely a vehicle worth having if you do like your spare wheels looking the same as your main tires. There's your triangle, your jacks, your other tools as well. Very beautiful vehicle, I must say. If you just close that, the vehicle's boot just comes down by itself, and then it closes nice and smooth. Very beautiful vehicle indeed. This was a quick walk around of the 2023-2024 Kia Sportage, and I really hope that you guys have enjoyed this review as much as I have enjoyed creating it for you. And if you do like content of this nature, do consider subscribing to my channel, because there's plenty more of this kind of content to come your way. Thank you so much everybody for watching, and enjoy.